Are we here? Why are my screens black right now? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
What is going on my screen right now? We're live. Can everybody see me then? I'm guessing, just not myself.
Yeah, I can see you fine.
Interesting.
What an absolute electric.
Yeah, I'm a little thrown off right now because I don't know if I should just remove. Hold on, give me 1 sec.
All right, here I am. What's up,
That
guys?
didn't do anything. That didn't do anything for me. What in the world just happened?
You're still black.
Yep, that is exactly what's going on. We wanted one thing. Yeah, Nick, you're not getting the turtleneck. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow on Twitter. I mean, I guess this is fine. If everybody can see me, I can just go based off my bottom screen that I'm able to look at, and we can roll with that. But, hey, welcome to Platt's Picks.
What a electric intro we got there.
I'm Smitty, which means that must be to my side. Ryan Platt, Platt's Picks. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Well, hey, I guess I'm doing well. My screen's not doing well. It's actually telling me my browser failed to load video clip. I don't know what that means. Oh, wait, I know what. There it is.
Okay.
You know what it was stuck doing? You know what it was stuck doing? That countdown video that I played, that 30-second countdown.
Oh, yeah.
It was stuck in a loop of that on my screen, but it was just the black screen. But
okay.
It's weird stuff. Anyway. Absolutely electric start. We're here. We're ready to roll. 2 days till Christmas. So let's start off. Of course, I'm going to wish you guys a Merry Christmas at the end of the show. Might as well start off by wishing you guys a Merry Christmas as well. Happy holidays, all that good stuff. We hope you're enjoying the time with family and friends. And we really hope that you're about to win some money over this weekend. Some bowl games coming up to talk about. A really weak college basketball slate. No NHL going on right now with them pausing until the day after Christmas. Basketball still going on. We got some NFL games tonight as well. Tennessee, San Francisco. Ryan and I put together a little.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, you were like cutting out for a sec.
Oh. I still.
Your like voice is going in and out.
Is happening tonight?
Maybe.
Hold on.
I can go while you're fixing that. Maybe. All right. Well, I'll just tell them about the same game parlay. Before we were in the kitchen cooking, we were cooking up a same game parlay for tonight's game for the 49ers, the 49ers and the Titans game. So we have Kittle plus 50 receiving yards. We have Jimmy G 225 passing yards. Then we have Deontay Foreman with 40 plus rushing yards. This is on FanDuel at plus 160. I really like this a lot. I was going to add a money line or something, but I actually don't think the 49ers win.
Can you see and hear me now?
I can.
What is happening? What is going on tonight?
as you were doing the intro, it was like cutting in and out. And I'm like, okay.
Oh man, what is happening? This Platt's pitch not supposed to happen. I know we're normally a Wednesday show. We had to do Thursdays because fantasy show didn't move back. But what in the world is happening right now?
Yeah, so that is the Platt Picks official same game parlay for tonight.
Love it. We will actually come back to that. I want to start, and like I said, it's a really weak college basketball slate. We each only have. You said you only have the one game, right? In college basketball.
Yeah. Get your Hawaiian shirts out. Get the shorts. Get the flip flops, because we are going to Hawaii, South Florida at 12:30 a.m.
I'm not.
Okay.
I am not.
Last night I did a Hawaii bet. It didn't work out. Let's just be honest. But it doesn't matter. You keep shooting. So we're going back to shooting. Last night, South Florida played BYU. They scored 37 total points. 37 against BYU. and they're playing again. Hawaii had one person last night scoring. Right? I got the over-under at 121. Very low. Let's be honest. But
low, yeah.
Probably won't be up for it. So I'm either going to wake up happy or wake up very upset.
That's like pretty close to what an NBA team scores on their own.
Yes.
Nick said karma. Karma for Mike in Illinois being banned, or also what do you sip? I was just about to ask what you're sipping on. I see it in your hand right now.
Mountain Dew.
Have you ever Ohana tea? Are you an Ohana tea guy?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Or some at my grandma's, yeah.
Okay, so I said I only like one college basketball play as well. You just mentioned BYU. Let's just keep it rolling. I'm doing BYU and Vanderbilt under 132.5.
I do like
What's
that.
the reason?
Well.
No idea.
Fantastic. VIPs will be very happy.
Yeah. The Discord VIPs are going to be thrilled with that pick. Why'd I pick it? No idea.
Okay.
What do you want to move on to? Because, like I said, no NHL. This is where we'd probably insert our NHL plays right here. So I guess we can go to the NBA. I don't.
I'm looking to go 2-0 in college football today. Obviously, I wanted to give this play out.
Okay.
I wanted to give this play out yesterday, but I had the under. I think it was 54 maybe and a half in the Miami Ohio game. In North Texas. North Texas threw about 3 red zone interceptions. So that really helped out. I was getting worried in early, but after like halftime, like no one scored.
That's the like with you saying that makes me think that the under shouldn't have happened then. Like,
it definitely shouldn't have. No.
Yeah.
But we'll take it. And I also have this now. I have UCF +7.
Same. Yeah. I got UCF +7.
Florida's. I don't know. Florida just hasn't really impressed me this year, and I just think UCF can keep it close.
Florida had that. Who they upset? They had like one big upset this year.
Yeah, and then that was it. They sucked.
And I there was a
they're missing somebody too. Florida, I forget who it is. It's someone on the defensive side of the ball. I think he led him in sacks. It was like an edge rusher. I forget his name, but he's out too. So. No, I'm on UCF +7 at the moment.
Oh, they didn't have really any big upsets, actually. Now looking at it, who did they play? Oh, they only lost. They were beating Alabama. They ended up losing by 2.
That's what
it was. They ended up losing by 2 to Alabama, and I was like, is Florida decent? And then they beat Tennessee, and I was like, oh. And then they lose to Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then they lose to LSU, and then they get blown out by Georgia, and then they get blown out by South Carolina. Then they lose to Missouri. Yeah, no, Florida's not good. I got UCF +7 as well.
Then switching gears to the NBA. I only have 2 NBA plays because technically one's going on now. I don't know if you can get it, but I have the Pelicans -5.5 against the Magic. Magic are on a back-to-back. They have so many people in COVID protocol. And like I said, they just played last night. They beat the Hawks last night, but the Hawks didn't have anybody. The NBA is just G League right now because everyone is in protocols.
They got Joe Johnson coming out of retirement.
And if you did want to throw in something last minute, I like the Knicks -2.5 against the Wizards. Bradley Beal just got put in protocol. So
So actually, speaking of that, I'll feed off that from my first play. I like Spencer Dinwiddie over 15.5 points because of Beal being out. His mids are going to be way up. They're going to rely on him. He's going to shoot a lot more shots, I think, in this game. But I like Fournier. I did a same game parlay, just player points in this one. I like Fournier over 15.5. He's over 20 in 3 straight games. In those 3 games, he's taken 50 shots. The dude's just chucking up shots right now.
Yeah.
So I like that as well. What's going on with the Knicks, though? Because that was a team that we were like riding early on. I think they were back.
I think they're just struggling. I don't know. They're definitely not the same team as last year. Maybe it's because Barrett's been injured, but Randall's kind of been disappointing outside of the double-doubles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's basically the only thing I'm looking at is how we were able to ride those double-doubles.
And now they lost D Rose is out for 8 weeks.
Mm.
He had ankle surgery, so
because they were, like you said, they're not the same team as last year. They were fun to watch last year, and like even that playoff series was fun to watch. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, the NBA is so much more. Even though I'm not a Knicks fan by any means, the NBA is so much more fun when the Knicks are good because they're such a prominent franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, so my other plays, I won't pick a winner in this, so don't worry. But I got under 225.5 in the Spurs Lakers game.
I have that too.
And then I got LaMelo Ball over 14.5 rebounds plus assists. He's averaging over 17. Well, he was averaging over 17 in that number before he went out with COVID. His minutes, they said, are not going to be restricted anymore. He's kind of like fully ramped back up now, and I expect that to be the case. And on the other side of that, Denver very depleted. Second half of back-to-back. They're 1-4 against the spread in the second half of back-to-backs this year. So I think that this is kind of a feast spot, if you will, for LaMelo Ball.
I do like that. Real quick, since you were talking about Spencer Dinwiddie, I just threw together a same game parlay real quick in the next game. We have Spencer Dinwiddie plus 15 points. Okay. Then the legend, Kyle Kuzma, to score 15 as well, plus 100. Plus 100 for Kyle Kuzma. That is odds at 233. I put $28 on that to win 93.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Listen, Kuzma, I don't know what I've bet on him twice this year to hit more than 2.5 threes, and he hit 2.
Oh, he is definitely going to screw me. I'm just ready for it. So
I can't get behind a Kuzma prop bet in any way, shape, or form. But let me see what he has done as a whole this year. The Wizards they have a winning record right now. So
yeah.
But I mean, like you said, they're not going to have Beal, and he averages 23, 6, and 5. So
yeah, I mean,
Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, I mean,
he's having a nice year.
Kuzma's over is 14.5, but I just went 15.
Kuzma had a pretty decent stretch going there for a while, but the last 3 he's only scored 8, 4, and 6.
Yeah, probably not the smartest bet, but
here's the silver lining to that. The reason for some hope. In his last game where he only scored 8 points, he was 0 of 6 from 3.
Yeah.
If he knocks down a couple of those, he's at that number. So
I'm thinking with no Beal, that should bring up some shot attempts all around.
Yeah. Hopefully, I like it. And the game hasn't tipped off yet. So
yes,
if you're watching this right now and wanted to get in on that action, you can go ahead. We kind of mentioned already a little bit the same game parlay we put together for Thursday Night Football, but I do have a couple individual prop bets that kind of tie in with that. We mentioned we like Foreman's number. We alternated that a little bit though. The number that I got it at was over 48.5. I think he's clearly the best running back on that roster, and the Titans are going to commit to that against the San Francisco team here tonight. I know that they're getting AJ Brown back. I don't know how effective he's going to be. Julio once again out. Please retire.
Yeah, they got
this every year, man.
AJ Brown back, so
yeah, they got AJ Brown back, so that's good. But no Julio now. I still feel like this team, you can't get too far away from the identity. Like we've seen what happens when they try to put the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands. They got to be able to run the football, and I think that Deontay Foreman showed against the Steelers that he is the most capable guy in that backfield to do so. So I like that number over 48.5. I actually like Tannehill's number as a runner, over 15.
Yeah,
he's got
it was at
20.
14 earlier, so
I wish I could have gotten it at that, but I'll still take this. Or what did I say? It's 15.5. Did I say 18?
You over said 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay. He's over 20. And I think, 3 of the last 5 games. And he also has the second most rushing touchdowns this year among quarterbacks. So the dude's running the football. They're scheming up plays for him to run the football. This isn't just scrambling either. They do some option stuff with him. So I like that number. And then Deebo Samuel, if you're going to give me plus money on a touchdown and anytime scorer for a guy that has 5, not receiving, 5 rushing touchdowns
in his last
6 games, I'll take it because Deebo Samuel, he can get it done as a runner. He can get it done as a receiver. However he gets it done, it won't matter. He's at plus 120 as an anytime touchdown scorer tonight.
I was wondering what his was because I didn't even look at any. I was just looking at props. I didn't look at any TD scores. Yeah, it's minus 110. Jeffrey Wilson 110. Kittle plus 145.
It's at minus 110 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anytime.
Look how that because I placed this earlier today, not even yesterday or anything like that. Look at the way that changes as we get closer to kickoff. That's crazy.
And first TD score for Samuel is 550. But I don't really do first TD scores unless I'm at the game. Because then you can cheer it on. But
Nick has 2 questions for you actually.
Oh boy, what do we have? Dude, it's funny because last night I didn't spend no Christmas bonus yet, bud. But last night I was playing a game of Madden and I had texted him. I said we have midnight basketball to gamble on, and 2 minutes later he FaceTimes me. He looked hammered, dude. He looked hammered. He goes, "What's the play?" And I was like, I don't know. It's either the under or Hawaii plus the points, and the under hit. So we should have just went with the under. But I was looking at the public, and it was 95% of the public was on the under. So I was like, oh, this kind of scares me a little bit. So we just went with the points. We should have just rode with the public.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciated that FaceTime. I'm always bitching in his DMs about the games. Usually it's some quarterback pissed me off,
Yeah, so probably tonight Ryan Tannehill isn't going to get this rushing number, and then
or last night I was getting mad because Hawaii kept missing all these threes, and I was like, these kids need to stay off the beach and hit the gym. But
oh wait, you know what? I actually have a couple of college football plays I didn't bring up that are going to happen before we talk again because of bowl games going on. I took Houston money line plus 106 over Auburn, and I also took Minnesota minus 4.5 covering. Against West Virginia.
Okay.
Not a fan of West Virginia football.
Yeah, they suck. Their quarterback sucks.
Shout out to Wes Euler. I'm not a fan of West Virginia football. 13-9, by the way. What else did I have here? I need to put together actually my NFL upset parlay because right now the only NFL plays that I like straight, at least on the surface, I got Miami at plus 130 before they updated the odds with Ian Book now being the starter for the Saints. Okay. So I like the Dolphins to win that game straight up as underdogs at plus 130. I'll probably put them in my upset parlay as well, knowing that I did them at plus 130. The other one is going to be Carolina plus 10.5 against Tampa. Tampa with no Chris Godwin. We'll see about Mike Evans. Maybe Antonio Brown comes back. No Leonard Fournette. No Levante David. I don't trust Carolina. This isn't about that, but 10.5 is a double-digit spread for a team as depleted as Tampa that just got shut out by. I understand the Saints are a much better defense than Carolina, but just got shut out. That seems like a bit of a stretch to me that they're going to cover that.
Yeah, just feed Ronald Jones, please.
Did you pick up Ronald Jones?
I did. Yeah, in my $100 fantasy league, I needed a flex because I can't trust Bateman right now. So Ronald Jones.
It seems like Huntley is either Mark Andrews or I'm running.
Yeah. So I played him last week, but I had a bye. So I really didn't care. But now that I'm facing actual people I'm facing Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams this week. Send prayers.
Yikes.
Because yeah. A couple NFL plays I have. First off, this is tomorrow. What's today? Thursday? No, it's Saturday. Sorry. I'm taking the Colts money line plus 102 against Arizona.
I just put the Colts in my upset parlay.
I'm just riding Jonathan Taylor at this point. Pause. He's crazy. His numbers are just crazy, and that's basically that whole offense. Now, I know Kyler Murray doesn't have Hopkins right now, so I'm thinking maybe they keep that offense off the field, just let Jonathan Taylor go to work. Just ride the hot hand at this point, really. And let's hope Pittman don't get in a fight this time. So,
yeah, it's telling me my connection's bad. So do you even hear me?
Yeah, I can see you.
You can see me. Can you hear me though?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I included Indy on my upset parlay along with Miami. There's one more upset I liked. so I included them as well. Plus 210.
Plus 210.
Detroit over Atlanta.
Without Goff?
Yes.
Jesus. Okay.
But I'm hoping Goff comes. There's a chance Goff plays.
Okay.
So I'm taking this with the hope that he does. But if not, I obviously have to live with it.
Okay.
Because Tim Boyle stinks. So it's going to have to be like the DeAndre. Is DeAndre Swift even coming back yet or no?
I don't think so. I think he's done.
Jamal Williams.
There it is.
Do we have any hope? No, Amon-Ra St. Brown's been balling for the Lions.
He has.
Yeah, if Goff's out, that doesn't really matter because Tim Boyle can't get him the ball. So.
Yeah. So next play, I have the under 45 in the Baltimore and Cincy game. I think this game's going to be old-fashioned defense first. I know that Baltimore's banged up, but there's like this trend where like after week 10 divisional games, the under hit in like 60%. So, and this is a pretty big game, since he's first in the division, I believe. So they just have to keep winning. That division is a gauntlet, but I'm taking the under.
Love it. I don't think that that was the only plays that I had in the NFL.
Here, I actually like another game. Let's see. I'll tell you right now. If I have to bet Jacksonville and Jets, I'm calling 1-800-GAMBLER. Because there's no chance I am betting that at all. So don't even ask me, Nick. What do you... real quick, what do you think about the Buffalo, New York? Or not New York. New England.
I mean, we saw this exact same game take place not that long ago, and New England threw the ball 3 times and won. So I don't know how I can sit here and try to justify picking Buffalo in this one.
Yeah.
And nor do I want it to happen at this point. I would rather have New England win, as wild as that sounds. Just get teams that are in the wild card mix out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think New England wins this one. I don't know. I don't think you can really trust Josh Allen right now, really, in my opinion. I don't know. He just seems like he's not.
He's banged up too. They have no. He is their run game. They don't have any running backs really that they trust at least. They just asked him to do way too much, and now he's got the bad foot. It's
shout out Dane Jackson, 7 tackles last week.
Have you noticed like their pass defense really hasn't taken a step back, even without.
There's I'll see if I've tried to find the tweet. Like when quarterbacks target Dane Jackson, it's like 20% completion rate. Like he's going off this year. And I see all these tweets and they're like, wow, it's kind of surprising that Dane Jackson is a pretty good tackler.
Why?
And that's why I was like, why? Like the only thing he did at Pitt was play man-to-man and he tackled,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like seeing Dane Jackson play.
He would have been a good
Give me some more Hamlin. Give me some Hamlin in there.
Dane Jackson would have been a good Steeler. We know how much they demand of their corners in terms of tackling. They said they trust Singletary now. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
So moving on, the last thing that we wanted to talk about, unless you have anything else as far as picks for games.
Actually, I do. We are Rams -3.5. Matthew Stafford, my king. Let's keep it rolling. Pressure's on the Cardinals now. Cardinals were running away with the division, slump up a little bit, and here come the Rams.
Singletary had 22 carries. That has to be a career high, right?
More than likely, because they don't play Zach Moss.
I can't believe he carried the ball 22 times. That to me says they Josh Allen's foot has to be banged up.
Yeah.
There's no way they're doing that with a healthy Josh Allen. All right, let's talk about some NFL season awards because I got Rodgers at plus 500 before the odds switched up. He's now the favorite at plus 140. Really, from like a best value perspective, I think the only way that you can go with this is hoping that like voter fatigue plays in and they don't pick Rodgers because he won it last year. And this would be a complete changing of the guard. Like the precedent has kind of already been set, but Jonathan Taylor right now is plus 850.
I was actually going to bring that up. I feel like it's worth a sprinkle. I'm going to be honest. I think it's worth a sprinkle because if the Colts win the division, I think he has a serious shot at winning MVP. He's that whole offense. But right now I think Rodgers is the favorite. But if the Colts end up winning the division after starting 0-3, I mean, why not?
Yeah, I'm not so sure that I see anybody else worth betting on. You know what's odd is the only player there's a like Cooper Kupp is shown here, and he has a lock on him. I don't even know if you can see my phone. The glare is probably 2.
Oh yeah, I'm on FanDuel and I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
There's a lock on Cooper Kupp. You can't make the bet right now, so they must be adjusting those odds. Is that something worth reading into?
Now, offensive rookie of the year. I don't really agree with this, but I think Mac Jones is going to win it because
he's minus 800 right now. Yeah. Why? Dude, that has to be more about what Jamar Chase hasn't done the last month.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because Mac Jones, I would say that he was playing at a higher level when Jamar Chase was lighting it up.
Yeah.
I feel like Mac Jones has kind of taken a step back recently. You know, they just haven't asked him to do much. Like, what quarterback in the NFL isn't thriving in that position right now?
Yeah.
You ask a guy to throw the ball 3 times in a game. I mean, they are really simplifying the game for him right now. Credit to him. I mean, he's definitely playing better than I expected he was going to. But it's literally like Drew just said. He's the quarterback. He's having the most early success, or his team's having the most early success.
And like, if you look at it, like it's like not even to say this, but like the MVP, for example, is a QB award. I wonder if they're just looking at it like, okay, the Patriots are doing good. It must be because of the QB. Mm-hmm. But in reality, it's just how the team is set up.
Betting odds favorite for defensive player of the year is TJ Watt.
This is interesting. I mean, I have a future in on TJ Watt, which I got
it at better odds than 160 where it's at right now. My thing with it is going to be, can TJ Watt win it with how bad as a whole the Steelers defense has been? Are they able to take that away? I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm saying for, voters, are they going to be able to separate him from the rest of that defense to give him the award? What if the Steelers miss the playoffs and they finish where they're at right now defensively, like 22nd in total defense?
Yeah, I mean, we had that conversation a couple weeks ago. Like, has a player won the defensive player of the year and the team missed the playoffs? I think the last person was JJ Watt. So
did they even miss the playoffs, or weren't they like close?
I think they were close, yeah. But honestly, if TJ don't, it's Parsons, and I think it's not close. It's either Parsons or TJ, in my opinion.
Well, that's just where I'm at. We're looking at like Myles Garrett right now is plus 650, but he's got a banged up groin, something TJ's obviously been dealing with for a good portion of the year. So I'll be interested to see how that affects him the rest of the way. Trayvon Diggs is plus 1,200. He has like 10 picks on the year. He's also getting burnt at least 3 times a game while having those interceptions.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Donald, obviously a perennial guy for this award. He's at 650, tied with Myles Garrett. Yeah, I mean, from a value standpoint, I think the only thing really worth maybe doing would be Aaron Donald at plus 650 and hoping they just continue with the precedent.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, like you're hoping voter fatigue doesn't set in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I'm biased, but
I mean, like I said, I already have one in on TJ.
Yeah.
I got it at 250.
I know that this isn't like that. We're talking about defensive player of the year, not most valuable player, but you see how night and day the Steelers.
I mean, they're what 0 is it?
They haven't
3,
won
0-4. Yeah, like they're 0-4 when TJ don't play
or leaves early.
Yeah,
0-4 because he left the Detroit game early and they tied.
Yeah. Next thing would be comeback player of the year, but that's Dax, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think that there's anybody else there that could win it?
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I guess I really don't know what he's done much this year. I mean,
he's had a pretty good. Let me see. There was this tweet. Let me see if I can find it.
I know, like he's a Pro Bowler, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
But people were talking about that, just saying it's not because of his play. Essentially,
let me see if I.
He does have 15 sacks.
Okay, yeah, that's the number. Yeah. See if I can find it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised by that number. I was expecting like 11 and a half.
So this is coming off a ACL. He has 15 sacks, which ranks third. He has 29 QB hits, 18 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles.
Tell me if I'm crazy, but I feel like that's kind of flying under the radar this year.
It is. It definitely is.
I don't think many people are talking about the season he's having. But like, okay, so let's talk about Dak. There's obviously no value in betting this at minus 700.
Yeah.
The team, obviously, relatively successful, but he hasn't been very good now for over a month now.
Yeah, he's struggled since that injury. I mean, you could sprinkle Nick Bosa winning it because, I mean, Joe Burrow's having a good year, but it's not Bosa. It's kind of wild that it's plus 800.
I know. That, to me, is probably the best value we've seen at any voting. I mean,
yeah.
Taylor at 850, I guess, is kind of right there. But, yeah, I don't see it. Offensive player of the year, man. Cooper Kupp is the betting odds favorite. Well, along with Jonathan Taylor, they're both minus 105. That's actually an interesting debate. Would be between those two who should get it.
I think this goes like the MVP talk, like if the Colts get first.
So I think that Jonathan Taylor is more valuable. I think
that's fair.
Cooper Kupp is the offensive player of the year.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like what he's doing is historic. Like we were talking about this. Yes, I know this isn't fantasy football, but I feel like that can still tie in because we're talking about from a statistical perspective what he's doing. He's already has the 7th most fantasy points all time at the position.
That is insane.
Got 3 more games left. And people are just like, yeah, at the end of the year, we're going to look at it and be like, oh, but he had the extra game. No, he did this already, like so far in 14. By the time he's at the 16 game stretch, I mean, it's just stupid what he's doing this year, which is crazy because, we talked the talk all off season when Stafford got there was him and Robert Woods had an insane connection. And it's been Cooper Kupp as the guy. He has 300 more receiving yards than anybody else.
This isn't even like a question for this. Do you is it wild that they go get Odell and then like the next day? Was it the next day that Woods like tears his ACL or whatever it is?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the timing of it was pretty crazy.
And they also have Van Jefferson too. Like Van Jefferson's not bad.
Van Jefferson's a solid option. Yeah. I thought he was going to be a Steeler.
Yeah.
The Steelers twice at the Senior Bowl.
You would know.
Drafted Claypool. Yeah.
Don't get me started on him, man. Please. Please don't. I've had enough.
That reminds me.
I have had enough of him. Fine, since we're talking about him, real quick, what is with him in not getting contested catches, man? Like that.
It's completely opposite of what he did in college.
That frustrates me so much because, like, most of the time, like, he has these little corners on him, and like he just can't win anything. Be a man. Go up and get the ball.
He plays defense on himself most of the time.
Oh, man.
With his contact balance. I don't even know if I can call it contact, but lack of contact balance.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's not even contact. He just has bad balance. He's just falling down. Yeah, so I don't think I have anything else. So the only futures I've actually placed so far, like I said, I have TJ. I had that at plus 320. I did make a Jamar Chase Rookie of the Year bet at plus 110. I only put $10 on it, so I don't feel too bad about it. But I did also get Rodgers at plus 500 for NFL MVP. So I'm feeling good about that.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Let's post this. Oh no, man. Real quick, let me see something. If there's any value at this to the NFL. Now, this is interesting right here.
Okay.
So this is on conference winner.
Okay.
There's no value really in the AFC. I mean, the Chiefs are plus 187. Everybody else is plus 500 or better. But if we go to the NFC side, the Packers are plus 220 to come out of the NFC. Now, I already have a future on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, so I don't want to double down on the Rams.
Yeah.
I might place something on Packers plus 220.
That's not bad. Dude, what sucks is I'm so I know that I've already said about placing future bets, but you just feel, especially ones for teams as a whole, so tentative about doing it because of COVID. Who knows what's going to happen with the Packers or any team?
Yeah, I saw Kelsey's back now. But I think the Texans added 6 more people today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Who knows how any of it's going to play out? That's why you might be better off. You said in the AFC, finding one of those teams at plus 500.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's either because the Chiefs are actually they're plus 185, but then the Bills are plus 500. The Pats.
Who do you
think's
the second? Who do you think's the second best team in the AFC right now?
Dude,
I think it's the Colts.
Honestly, yeah, they're plus 850. I don't think the Bills are good. The Titans suck.
If I'm making a bet right now for a team to win the AFC because of the lack of value in betting on the Chiefs, it's the Colts.
Plus 850. I mean, all you got to do is give Jonathan Taylor the rock. Really?
The defense is good.
Yeah. Darius Leonard has 11 takeaways or whatever it is?
Yeah, he's stupid. He is literally, I hate bringing him up as a Steeler fan because I feel like, it just brings back that sad day. But he's literally what Ryan Shazier looked like he was becoming in 2017 before he got hurt.
Yeah.
That stretch that Ryan was playing right before his injury was stupid. He had 6 turnovers in the 4 games prior to him getting hurt.
They were going to win the Super Bowl that year, and I will absolutely die on that hill. They were going to win the Super Bowl, man.
Because, that defense sucked, but he made it average enough with the killer the offense.
Yep.
That dude was a game changer.
Yep.
Shame. But
I'm going to cry now.
Get his book. Read his book. It's very good.
It is.
Other than that, I don't think we have anything else. So we wish you the best of luck in betting this week.
Next week, hopefully. Actually, next week, I think we can actually talk about the bowls.
A lot of different bowls. Yeah, Pitt obviously will be playing in that week. So Patty season. Patty cake. Baker's
one more game before he transfers.
You think that's what's going to happen?
I mean, he's a junior now. I doubt he wants to be a backup as a senior.
Right.
Because they didn't go out and get a transfer for nothing. So
yeah. And I'm assuming that they're going to hire an offensive coordinator based off Slovis. So
yeah.
Hey, that's an attractive job though. Slovis, the entire offensive line returning, Addison, the running backs.
Yeah, you got Addison, Jared Wayne. You got the both running backs. You got Bart, who's only a freshman. And they got the whole line back, like you said.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a pretty intriguing job. I think it's probably one of the hottest jobs on the market. I'd prefer them to run a spread offense at some point. Get past all that past stuff.
And it doesn't look like it's going to be Marion.
Yeah. Apparently he's acting real weird about everything. He's posting stuff on his Instagram story about how he's not an OC.
Really?
Yeah. Like last week, he posted a couple like screenshots from Twitter of like just random people saying like, "Oh, it's kind of BS. He's not an OC."
What?
But like,
so he's probably going to be on the staff then.
I mean, well, he was rumored to Colorado. He didn't get that, and then he was rumored to Texas. I don't think he's even going to be here.
Yeah.
Go get Beatty. Think he's working? Is he Rams? Cardinals?
Canada.
Big Ben. Keep him in Pittsburgh.
Kenny Pickett. Who said he has to?
He said he's going to be on the headset.
Yeah.
So.
All right. But anyways, we hope you guys see a bunch of green and absolutely no red, except for the ornaments hanging around your Christmas tree. Merry Christmas to everybody. We don't have to say Happy New Year because we'll be back before the new year. So Merry Christmas. We hope you enjoy the holiday with your family, with your friends. Get at us on Twitter. Get in the Discord. It's been popping. We're winning a bunch of money in there. We got a soccer guru. I know we
hit that same game parlay for Monday night. Or no, it was Tuesday. We had
that sounds weird. Tuesday night football.
Yeah, it was that Cup TD and the Rams money line.
Yeah. So get in there. Show the sweater. Me? You want to see this, or you're talking about the turtleneck for tomorrow, or what? Because you're not seeing the turtleneck.
Show the sweater or else.
Show the sweater. I unfollow. All right. To Nick, to everybody else that might be in here, I have no idea if Drew's still in here or anybody else, but thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. Best of luck betting. Until then, bye-bye.